Fasting sounds simple. Skip food, burn fat, look better, feel lighter. It sounds like a shortcut that anyone can use. But there is a reason so many people fail. There is a reason people try again and again and still see no change. There are hidden mistakes. There are small choices that turn fasting into a trap. And most people do not even know they are doing them. Stay with me because this is where the truth begins. Many people believe fasting is automatic weight loss. They think that if they do not eat for a few hours, fat will melt away. They think the body starts burning fat fast, like a switch turning on. Some believe fasting boosts metabolism like magic. They hear stories online, they see quick results on social media. They think the same result will happen to them fast and easy. But the human body is not that simple. Science shows a different story. Fasting is not only about skipping meals. It is about timing. It is about hormones. It is about total food intake. It is about stress. It is about sleep. And it is about the quality of food when you do eat. When one part goes wrong, fasting can backfire. In this video, you will learn why fasting fails for so many people. You will learn how hunger hormones rise and push you to eat more later. You will learn how certain foods can break the benefits of fasting, even if your eating window is small. You will learn why some people actually gain weight with fasting. You will discover why fasting may not work for certain health conditions and why some people feel tired, weak, and stuck. You will also see what fasting is really doing inside your body step by step in a clear and calm way. Most videos talk only about success stories. They talk about fast results and big numbers, but they skip the part where fasting can hurt progress. They skip the part where the body resists change. They skip the slow, hidden details that explain why you may feel like nothing is working. Here we slow down, we look at real facts. We uncover the lesser-known reasons fasting does not work for many people. Keep watching until the end because the last part of this video will show you how to avoid these mistakes, not with extreme rules, not with confusing hacks, with simple steps that make fasting safer, smarter, and more realistic. By the end, you will know whether fasting is right for you and how to use it as a tool instead of a punishment. This is not fear. This is clarity. It is better to know the truth than to follow trends that fail in silence. It is better to understand your body than to fight against it. The goal here is not perfect discipline. The goal is control, awareness, and healthy progress that actually lasts. Welcome to our channel. We share clear, honest health content based on real science, explained in simple language. If you want more videos like this, more real talk, and more practical tips, make sure you subscribe and stay with us. Your support helps us bring you more useful content. Let us begin. Fasting is not a magic button. It does not erase bad choices. It does not cancel out overeating. Fasting works by limiting the hours when you eat. That is all. The clock changes, not the food itself. When eating time arrives, the body still counts every bite. It still processes every calorie. If the meals are heavy, sugary, or packed with junk, the body stores that energy. It does not care that you waited before eating. It only cares how much and what kind of food you give it. This is why so many people feel stuck. They fast all day, then eat large portions at night. They think the fast handled the problem. But the body still sees excess energy and holds on to it. Protein, fiber, and whole foods matter. So do vegetables, sleep, stress control, and movement. Without these, fasting is just skipped meals with frustration added. Fasting can help with hunger control. It can make routine easier. It can help some people stay consistent, but it does nothing special on its own. If habits do not support it, the results fade. When the eating window opens, choices still decide everything. Many people push through the whole day with no food. They feel proud. They think they did something strong. Then the eating window opens and everything changes. The first meal becomes huge, big plates, heavy snacks, sweet drinks, extra sides. The body is tired and hungry, so the brain says, eat more, and it keeps saying it until the plate is empty, and sometimes another plate too. This is where fasting breaks down. So the calm control is gone. Hunger takes the wheel. The calories that were saved earlier rush back in during one meal. Sometimes they go far beyond what the body needs. The feeling is simple. Relief at first, then fullness, then guilt. But the scale does not care about feelings. It only reacts to energy in and energy out. After a long fast, hunger hormones rise. They tell the body food is scarce. They push you to refill fast. They make high-calorie foods look perfect. Bread, fried food, sugary treats, big portions. It is not weakness, it is biology doing its job. When this cycle repeats day after day, fasting turns into overeating windows. And instead of moving forward, progress slows, stalls, and sometimes quietly slips backward while you think you are doing everything right. Fasting focuses on timing, but the food on your plate still shapes the outcome. When the eating window opens, many people think anything is allowed. Chips, pastries, fast food, creamy coffee drinks. It feels harmless because the window is small, but the body responds to quality as much as quantity. Highly processed food pushes blood sugar up fast. Insulin rises, cravings grow stronger, energy drops later, and the cycle repeats again at the next meal. Protein, fiber, healthy fats, and real whole foods behave differently. They steady hunger, they slow digestion, they help the body use fuel instead of storing it. When meals are built mostly from junk, the body stores more and burns less. Even with fewer hours of eating, results stall. The scale stops moving. Clothes feel the same. Motivation fades. Many people think they can earn treats because they fasted. They feel safe adding dessert, extra sauces, and heavy snacks to every meal. But timing does not erase poor choices. The eating window can become a window of constant sugar hits and comfort food. Over time, energy feels unstable. Workouts feel harder. Sleep becomes lighter, and fasting starts to feel broken, even though the real problem is the food going in during the hours when eating is allowed. Many people start fasting with huge expectation. They see dramatic stories online. They hear about fast fat loss, tight waistlines, and big changes in only a few days. So they wait, they count hours, and they expect the body to respond right away. When nothing big happens, frustration rises. It feels like the plan is broken, even though the body is simply doing the slow work it always does. Real change takes time. The body has to adjust to new eating patterns. Hormones need to settle. Hunger signals need to calm down. Sleep needs to improve. The system learns step by step, not in 1 week. Fat loss does not unfold in a straight line. Some days the scale goes up from water. Some days it drops. Some days it does not move at all. The process is still happening even when you cannot see it. Many people quit too early because they expect dramatic results in days instead of weeks and months. They switch plans. They jump to a new diet. They push harder. The stress builds. The routine breaks. Meanwhile, the slow progress that was beginning never has a chance to develop, and the cycle restarts again from the beginning. Fasting sounds simple, but it is not safe for everyone. And this is where many people get into trouble. Some bodies do not react the same way when food is delayed. For people with diabetes, long gaps without eating can cause blood sugar swings. Levels can drop too low or rise too high, and both can be risky. For people with a history of eating disorders, fasting can restart harmful patterns. The focus on control, restriction, and long gaps can slowly pull them back into dangerous habits. Blood pressure issues can also make fasting harder. When meals are skipped, fluids drop, salt intake changes, and dizziness or fainting can show up. Older adults may lose muscle faster when they fast too aggressively, and growing teens still need steady nutrients for development. Their bodies are building bone, brain, and muscle, and long periods without food can interfere with that process. Some people feel weak, anxious, shaky, or overly tired when they try to fast. Others start strong, then crash later in the day. These are signals worth paying attention to. Fasting is a tool, not a rule, and it should never be forced on a body that is sending clear warnings. It is always wise to talk with a doctor before starting, especially if there are medical concerns, medications, or past health issues in the picture. When hours pass without food, the body begins to change the way it uses fuel. At first, it runs on the sugar stored in the liver and muscles. That supply does not last very long. As those stores drop, the body starts to look for another source. This is where the metabolic switch begins. The body turns towards stored fat. Fat cells release fatty acids. The liver turns some of them into ketones, and those ketones become fuel for the brain and other organs. Hunger may rise, but energy can start to feel steadier once the switch is fully in motion. This process works best when insulin levels have time to fall. Frequent snacking, sweet drinks, or small taste breaks during the fasting window can keep insulin higher than needed. When insulin stays elevated, the body holds on to stored fat and keeps reaching for fast sugar instead. The switch never fully turns. Fasting then feels harder, cravings stay strong, and results feel distant. Hydration, sleep, stress, and balanced meals during the eating window all affect this shift. Too little protein or constant junk food can interrupt the process. So, can very short fasts that end before the body ever needs to dip into deeper fuel reserves. The body is always choosing what to burn, and those choices are guided by signals created across the entire day, not only by the gap between meals. When fasting does not work, it is rarely because the idea itself is wrong. It is usually because daily habits quietly get in the way. Many people eat far more during the eating window than they realize. Sauces, snacks, drinks, and extras add up fast. Others choose foods that are easy, cheap, and comforting, but low in nutrients. The body gets calories, but not what it truly needs to run well. Hunger lingers, cravings stay strong, and the urge to keep eating grows. Some people fast for too long, pushing their bodies into deep fatigue. Others fast for windows that are too short to create any real change. Both ends of the spectrum create stress, add dehydration, and the problems grow. Headaches, low energy, and strong cravings make decisions harder. At the same time, stress and lack of sleep push hormones towards storage mode. The body holds on to fat as a way to protect itself. Protein is another missing piece. When protein is too low, the body has a harder time keeping muscle. Metabolism can slow. Recovery feels worse. Over time, this makes fasting feel heavier and less effective. Each of these small issues stacks up. They work together, and the result is slow progress, frustration, and the sense that fasting simply does not work, even though the real problem is how it is being used day after day. To make fasting work, it is important to start slowly. Jumping into long fasts on the first day can shock the body. Hunger feels overwhelming. Energy drops. Motivation disappears. A gradual approach helps the body adjust. Start with shorter windows and increase them as your body adapts. This makes fasting more sustainable and less stressful. The quality of food during eating periods is equally important. Whole foods like vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and healthy fats provide steady energy and essential nutrients. Meals that are balanced help control hunger later and reduce cravings. Eating poorly, even in a short window, can undo the benefits of fasting and leave the body constantly searching for quick fuel. Hydration is another key factor. Water, black coffee, and tea keep the body functioning and help manage hunger. Dehydration can create false signals of hunger and make fasting feel much harder than it is. Alongside this, getting enough sleep allows hormones to stabilize. Sleep deprivation increases appetite and slows metabolism, making fasting less effective. Consistency is the final piece. Fasting is a tool, not a magic solution. Over time, regular practice builds results. Skipping meals occasionally does not create lasting change, but steady, controlled fasting with proper habits can improve energy, control hunger, and support overall health. Fasting can feel frustrating when it does not deliver the results you hoped for, but that does not mean you are failing. Most people simply do not understand the science behind it or the daily habits that support success. Skipping meals alone is never enough. What matters are the choices you make, how you manage hunger, and the quality of the food you eat. You do not need to give up. Adjusting your approach, starting slowly, focusing on nutrition, staying hydrated, getting enough sleep, and being consistent can make all the difference. Fasting is a tool, not a miracle, and when used correctly, it can support your health and goals. Now you know why fasting fails for so many people and how to make it work for you. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like it, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our tips on health, nutrition, and smart ways to reach your goals. Your support helps us bring you more clear, practical advice every week.